Hey y'all, welcome back to the Misfit Mama. It's me, Heather, your guide to authentic homemaking and motherhood. Today I am going to show you how to impress your friends and family with a super simple DIY sweet potato bar. Let's get into it. So I'm hosting some girlfriends today for a little brunch get together. It's actually an if table. Essentially you get 6 women together. You spend 2 hours answering 4 questions and get to talk about God and spirituality and setting them safe and, open. It doesn't matter what people believe. You believe whatever you want. It's just a place to have an open dialogue. So doing that today, got 6 ladies coming over to my house, and the suggested meal was a sweet potato bar, which I've never done, but it sounds super awesome. So that is what I'm making today, and I figured might as well bring you along for the ride. Got all my ingredients laid out, so let's take a look at what we're putting into this. One thing I love about this recipe is it's super customizable. You basically bake your potatoes and then put in whatever you want on top. What could be easier than that? So I'll show you the ingredients that I have picked out for us. We got some sweet, some savory, so a little bit of everything, and people can just mix and match and put together their own little sweet potato. I'm going to be serving it with some apple crisp for dessert. It's like the perfect fall meal, y'all. Okay? Make this for your friends. Make this for your family. They eat everything out here. We have our ingredients here. Obviously our main ingredient is sweet potatoes. These we're just going to bake up real quick. That is the primary cooking, is baking the sweet potatoes. So you just get as many as you need for the people that you're cooking for. I've got 6 ladies coming, including myself. There's 6 of us. I'm making a couple extras just in case someone's hungry or brings a friend or something. For the topping, we've got craisins, raisins, honey. These are coconut flakes. These are unsweetened ones, so I guess that's not too sweet. I've got some apples, some avocado, some peanut butter, sour cream, spinach, which I will saute with just a little bit of olive oil and garlic, some ham. The recipe actually called for turkey, but I couldn't find just non-deli meat turkey, and I didn't want to use that, but I wasn't about to cook a whole turkey for this. So we've got ham that I will just warm up and chop that up, and then some chicken sausage, which I will go ahead and saute. We've got goat cheese, cheddar cheese, which will be shredded, and then butter, which wasn't even on the list. It feels like a crime against butter. You gotta have butter with potatoes. The very first step is to bake the potatoes. So all we need to do for that is wash them, prick them with a fork, lay them out on a baking sheet, throw them in the oven for 40 minutes to an hour until they're fork tender, and then we will be good to go. Set a timer for 40 minutes.
Okay, 40 minutes and counting.
Never gets old. Okay, so my potatoes are in the oven baking, and while that's going, I am gonna get started on getting the toppings ready. There's not a ton to do. Mostly this is gonna be putting things in nice containers so that it doesn't look like I just went to the grocery store and put the ingredients on a table. But there are a couple things that do actually need to be cut up or cooked a little bit. I've got a giant block of cheddar cheese that I got from Costco, so I'll shred up a little bit of that, and we'll start there, and we'll just go down the list. Just got one more RSVP, so I'm glad I got a couple extra potatoes. So I'm gonna put my goat cheese in a little cute container. This is just regular crumbled goat cheese. I feel like goat cheese is like one of those things you either love it or you hate it. Nobody's like, yeah, goat cheese is okay. It's alright, you take it or leave it. You either love goat cheese or you don't like it at all. There's no in between. I personally love goat cheese. Next, let's do I'm gonna do raisins and raisins. I got the squeezable sour cream, so I will just leave that in the container. It's already nice and easy to clean up. coconut. I love the smell of coconut. Not so much the taste. A quick tip for you need to portion out sticky ingredients like peanut butter. This also works for things like honey. You can take some cooking spray and spray it on your whatever utensil you're using. I'm using an ice cream scoop today because why not? Spray the spoon with your cooking spray. And then your sticky ingredient will just slide right out of there. How cute is this little teeny tiny honey? It's local, good flow honey. So it was made in Austin. It was actually made in Austin. So cute, love it. I'm gonna speed through the rest of the ingredients. So I chopped up the apples and then tossed them with a little bit of fresh lemon juice to keep them from browning. The ham was already pre-cooked, so I just chopped that up. Then I chopped up the chicken apple sausage and sauteed it with a little olive oil. I completely forgot about the spinach, so we didn't end up having that for our potatoes, but it really wasn't missed at all. When the potatoes were done, I pulled them out of the oven and put them in a serving dish covered with aluminum foil to keep them warm. My friends started arriving shortly after I set up the full sweet potato bar, so I forgot to get a shot of it all set up, but here you can see what it looked like. I set everything out in the center of the table and everyone took a potato, picked which toppings they wanted. It was a lot of fun and super tasty. It's something I would definitely make again, especially for a crowd, because it's easy to prepare and you don't have to worry about what people can or cannot eat. They can choose what toppings they want and make a totally customized meal. Everybody loved the sweet potato bar. People were like, I didn't know what we were getting into here, Heather, when you said sweet potato bar in the invite. But they loved it. I mean, and this is a relatively healthy meal, okay? I mean, it's sweet potatoes the base. It is carbs, but I mean, it's just sweet potato nutrients. Anyways, I think it was a success. And so was this month's If Table gathering. Like I said, I had 6 friends come over and we discussed 4 different questions. This month, the theme was comparison versus contrasting, and how are you know, what role does comparison play in your life? And I'm so glad that I did this, honestly. I really have been feeling like I want to do more things in my home where I invite people in and really create a space for people to be themselves and to speak openly. And so this is the 2nd month that I've done If Table. It was kind of weird for me to start doing it because I'm not used to really speaking openly with people about what I believe from a spiritual perspective. I have a small group that I talk to, but outside of those people, I really don't talk about it all that much with people. It's nice to be able to have different conversations and different perspectives in an environment where you've created a space where it's okay for people to say what they really think, and there's no right answers, and just to have a good dialogue with people, start a conversation, maybe spark a new idea with someone. I didn't think I was gonna get it in for October just because the fall is so busy. There's so many holidays. We were really busy this month. I didn't even start planning this until maybe a week and a half ago, but I decided I just wanted to do it. I put it on the calendar, sent out invites, said whoever can come, let's do it. And it worked out. We had such a great discussion. So many things that we all struggle with comparison, and I just want to say, we were all created to be different people. We all have different strengths, and I believe with every part of my being that that is on purpose, that we were all created different on purpose, and that we all have unique strengths and unique gifts. And if we were meant to do life by ourselves, that we would have been given everything that we need to do it by ourselves. But we weren't. We were meant to live together in community and to work together. It's important to celebrate what makes us different and what our unique gifts and our unique strengths are, and to focus on those things. I know we can sometimes go down a rabbit hole of, you know, how do I need to fix myself? How do I need to fix my weaknesses? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't focus on how to improve yourself. I definitely think that there's a place for that. But I also think that it's important to acknowledge yourself and to acknowledge other people for their gifts, and to encourage people to grow in their strengths, and using contrasting instead of comparison is a great way to do that. You know, tell your friends why they're different from you or why they're different from each other and why that's great and why that adds so much more to your group, or adds to the conversation or the dynamic of your group. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say about my if table. I am not affiliated with this table in any other way than that I got on the mailing list about the if table. That's the only way that I'm affiliated with If Gathering at all. I'm not like an official leader or anything like that. This is just something that I wanted to do because I felt led to do more hospitality in my home, and it has been so life-giving. If that's something that sounds interesting to you, I definitely would encourage you to check out If Gathering and If Table. It's super easy. Like I said, this sweet potato bar thing, the recipe came from the If Gathering, so you know, the questions came from them. It's super easy to put on. I just want to encourage you that you are good enough, you are smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you just the way you are. You don't need to be like Becky with the good hair, okay? You need to be you and do you. And that doesn't mean that you need to, you know, railroad over people, but that you don't have to be like everybody else to be great. You're already great, just the way you are. So, encourage you guys to love yourself for what's different about you and really embrace that. Go after it. You know, and if you feel like hospitality is something you want to go after too, I really encourage that too. It feels so good to have people in your home and have them feel comfortable being themselves, to create that space for people to really be vulnerable in your home. If you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Head over to Instagram and follow me at TheMisfitMama. I got more videos and pictures of my everyday life happening over there. And I'd love to be able to connect with you more personally. So definitely follow me over there, and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when we've got new content up right here. In the meantime, keep it real.